Okay, so Adley, can you give us a little bit of a backstory? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What do you specialize in? All that good stuff.
Absolutely. You guys, hi, I'm Adley. I'm out of Nashville, Tennessee, and I have a second coolest job in the world to you guys. I make viral videos for a living and I teach other people how to do it. So Brian and I have been working together. You've seen a little bit of shift in his content. He has such a dynamic, amazing personality. And what we do is teach our tactics for how we get 1 billion views a month. And then that's a minimum, you guys. We've done over 1 billion views a month systematically, predictably, sustainably since 2020. And we've done this in entertainment. We've done this in fitness. We've done this for Land Rover, Charmin, HP, Airhead, Drumstick, creating viral content and viral moments. And the most fun part of my job is to see amazing talents like Brian and like you guys and show you how to take our formula for how we do this. It's not a secret. Sustaining over 1 billion views a month now, we're not guessing anymore. We know how to do it and how to do it at scale. So now the magic is finding your authenticity, blending it with your expertise and what the market wants to see from you. So we have some really awesome ways that we can do this at scale, again, very systematically. And I'm pumped to come to Houston and share this with all of you guys who are going to be there.
If you guys are coming to Houston, say I got a fucking ticket in the chat box. I'm curious who's actually coming already. For the people that are like coming, can you tell us a little bit about like what can they expect from like an Adley talk? Like what are they going to walk away with?
I love our talks because one, they're really tactical. Like you're going to walk away with my goal is a page or two or three full of notes of things that you can implement starting right away that you're going to see a 5x increase in your views. And this isn't just like a preference thing, or it may work for Cole and not for Luis or David and not for Harley. It's going to work for absolutely everybody because our job is to keep people on apps like Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok for long periods of time. So there's a couple tweaks that you guys can make to immediately give you more brand awareness. Like take the same script of a video that you were going to make, and then we're going to do a couple little tweaks that are going to play well with the algorithms that are parallel on every single platform to where you'll notice the difference immediately. Like there's 7 steps to our formula. If you break out those 7 steps, there's 18 steps. If you implement even 3 of them, of 3 of the things that we're going to teach you in Houston, you're going to see a massive difference in your conference. So my goal is for our conversation in Houston to have you walk away knowing exactly how to shift your content to see 5x the amount of views that you're normally getting. Because right now, a lot of people get stuck in an echo chamber and they're saying the same things and people get used to seeing it from them. But if you make a shift and get your audience into get outside of your existing audience, same message, new audience, and into recommendations. That's my favorite thing to teach people how to do because it's going to just 5x the amount of customers if you're doing it right. So we're going to have a damn good time. I can't wait.
And last question, because I think there's a lot of content coaches on the internet. So can you just like give a little bit of like, I want you to brag a little bit. How many followers do you have on all your platforms?
We've grown 35 million followers directly from our staff's efforts over the last 3 years. Under my name, it's 17, but I would say we have 4 million like diehard followers. But our network, we syndicate to 750 million followers every single month, depending on the niche.
Dope.
And the difference between us and most content coaches out there, to be honest, is everybody can talk about like what the algorithm's doing. Everybody can talk about like the same shit, but their views don't compare. I mean, they really don't. So if you look at the difference in our views, even if you want to look at my Instagram at Adley, you'll see the difference in the style of content. And then we help brands educate by way of entertaining. No one's scrolling on Instagram to watch a documentary or learn like about fitness. They're not going there to educate themselves. So if you can widely hook them, play well with the algorithm, we're going to teach you how to get 90% retention on your first 6 seconds in every video that you make. If you choose to, you don't have to follow our template all the time, but when you want to go wide, you should, and get your message, mission, product, service in front of more eyeballs. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do in Houston.
I'm also going to flex a little bit for Adley because this is something that I see when it comes down to content coaches versus you guys is you're actually doing it. Guys, the reason why we're so excited for Adley to actually come and do it is because her social media isn't built on here's 3 fucking tips to do XYZ. She's doing the shit that gets the views. Anybody can get views if they're just telling people to try to get views because that's what everyone is searching for. But it's very hard to do it in your niche across multiple different levels. And that's why we're super excited for you to come down.
Last question. Can you just brag about some of the brands that you're working with just so people really know like the level of consulting that you do?
Oh, sure. One that you guys might actually know because you're in the fitness industry is 1st Phorm. So 1st Phorm is Andy Frisella's company. incredible company, but they feel like they're stuck in the fitness echo chamber where a lot of coaches and trainers will know about them. But we guarantee 1st Phorm. This is our 4th month working with them now. And they're pumped. We guarantee them 10 million views a month, integrating them into viral content. 1st month, we did 62 million views for them. If you saw last week, I think it was an Amazon delivery driver. I'm giving you secrets now that, hey, a lot of what you see on the internet is scripted and staged, but it works. And it doesn't make it any less authentic. You guys have seen, if you've seen some of the videos that Brian's made, like in the street style stuff, that's still his personality. That's still authentic. That's still his message delivered differently. So when we do something like an Amazon delivery driver, we gifted all this 1st Phorm stuff to him and he's like losing his mind adorably. Well, it's an adorable Ring camera caught found footage video that features 1st Phorm. And everybody in the comments was like, this is awesome. I didn't know about this brand. Now I do. 1st Phorm, you need to sponsor this guy, right? It's just a different way of presenting your exact same message in a way that's more widely relatable. So 1st Phorm is a really fun client for us right now. Most are under NDAs because they don't want to know what
1st Phorm is more than enough. Adley, you're the best. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day and coming to talk to my people. I appreciate you.
So I am honored. I am humbled. I can't wait to be with you guys in Houston. I hope to see you guys. I hope to see you guys there.
I hope you have the best day of your entire life. Tell your beautiful husband I say hi.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bye. Guys, who's excited for Adley? Drop some fucking fire if you're excited for Adley. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. I paid Adley $100,000 USD for 6 months of coaching. 100K. And then when I went to her house, I was like, now that I'm here and I paid you, do you want to come speak at my event? Shit. You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. And again, the reason why, guys, and I just said it there, but I'm going to repeat it again. There's a lot of content coaches out there that built their entire social media trying to tell other people what to do with social media. And I'm going to be frank, doing that shit is incredibly easy to get views because what are all of you guys searching for on Instagram? How do I get more views?
Yep.
Right. But it's very hard to teach someone what to do in the background because your foreground is you actually fucking doing it. Yep. You're out there creating the viral content, fucking generating billions of views. If you guys don't know, 1st Phorm is a $1 billion company. And they decided to hire Adley to help them with content. They are not running out of money when it comes down to advertising. All right. They just see her as the best. And that's why they hired her. That's why I'm super excited because it's not like another random content coach being like, here's 3 tips to fucking grow. It's someone who's actively, consistently in front of a camera doing the shit that she's going to fucking teach you. And I think that's something that's missing in the industry. And I'm super excited for her to drop bombs for you guys. It's going to be
boom.
Great.
I'm excited. So again, if you guys got a ticket, say I got a ticket in the chat box. If you haven't gotten a ticket to the event, you guys can do that at ptdevent.com. Again, that's ptdevent.com. Guys, get a fucking ticket. For those of you guys that do get a ticket and want to upgrade to VIP, Adley will actually be at VIP dinner. So if you do want to upgrade to VIP and you want a small, intimate setting, she doesn't know that she's coming to VIP dinner, but she will on our next coaching call. She will 100%. That's how we fucking roll. All right. That's how we fucking roll. Cool. All right, guys, let's get into today's training. I'm excited. Out of curiosity, I want to hear from everybody. Where's your guys' current income per month with your online fitness business? So let's hear some answers in the chat box. Where are you guys currently at per month in your online coaching business? 3.5K, 4 to 5K, 5K, 1,600, 7 to 10K, 37K, Mr. James Elmer. That's what I like to fucking see, bro. 12 to 15K, 60K, 6K over here in Costa Rica, 3K, 1 to 2K. Perfect. 950 per month. Lots of good starting points. Okay, finally, where would you guys like your income to be in the next 12 months with your online fitness business? Let's really think about that. 100K.
Really calculate this. Don't just throw out a random fucking number.
Yep. Where would you like your life to be, your income to be with your online fitness business? And last question, and I want you guys to think about this because the reason that Cole and I work so fucking hard, like you guys see us on social media posting every single day. I post multiple times per day, going live 5 times a week. The reason I work so fucking hard on my social media is I know exactly what I want to create in the next 12 months. Yep. And I know how it's going to feel. So my question for you is what would change in your life if you hit your income goals? Write that in the chat box. What would change in your life if you hit your income goals? Write that in the chat box. Kenny Gaso said, I will be at 100K. That's ballsy move. I like that. I'll tell you guys, a lot of people say they're going to be at 100K, but their actions don't back it up. So if you say you're going to be at 100K, I challenge you to back that up with action. My husband won't worry about shit. Can pay my mom's mortgage for it. That's fucking dope, Ben Desmore. I love that. Quit my nursing job. Pay off debt. Boom. I love that. All right, guys. So that reason why is why I want you guys to take action today. That reason why is why I want you to take action today. So Gabrielle, you want to take care of your mom? Show me. We're going to give you guys the formula to be able to attract clients on social media and hit some crazy numbers on social media, but you guys need to have a reason why. So use that reason, use that like motivation, whatever your reason why is. I want you to utilize that and channel that so that you actually take action. And why should you guys listen to us, right? There's 3 proven strategies to help you sign clients in 2024. Why should you listen to us? I don't know, Cole. Why do you think?
Because we're the fucking best. All right. And listen, well, we obviously talk shit, guys, and we joke around and we do say that, but we say it for 2 reasons. Number one, because Brian and myself already truly believe that that is the case in the industry. And also because we believe in cementing ourselves as the authority. Let's be real, guys. Okay. And I'm going to be very blunt with this shit. Okay. Very blunt. We are the only people, business coaches on the internet right now that are not paying for followers, aren't buying engagement, and are consistently going viral. Not to mention, we are consistently actually bringing on, enrolling 100 plus clients a month, every month. Now, again, we're not going to name any names, but guys, we have a lot of relationships with business coaches. And within 30 seconds, we see on their social media, oh, they're buying likes. Oh, they're buying comments. Oh, they're buying followers, because that's the norm in the industry. All right. So our intention today is pretty simple. It's to take everything that we've been doing over the last 7 years of this grind mode, because a lot of people have only seen this crazy success in the last couple of years. We've been doing this shit for a minute, almost a decade. We want to take the experience we've had over the last 7 years, all right, and teach you guys this shit and show you what we've been doing in order to build up the credibility that we do have, with hundreds and hundreds of coaches hitting 10K and thousands quitting their in-person job and going online. All right. We're going to start this when it comes down to your social media. All right. And then your sales and DMs. Our intention with today's training is to blow your mind. All right. And deliver so much value that you wonder why, all right, you would ever go to anybody else ever again, why you would ever listen to anybody else ever again, or why you would even entertain, all right, anybody else ever again. When it comes down to this, guys, all right, the reason why we're going to put such an emphasis on social media first. Okay. By the way, Anthony, they only helped me get to 176,000 followers in 4 months.
He always talks shit.
There we go, Anthony.
Always talk shit.
We don't talk shit. We don't talk shit. I fucking love you, Anthony. There we go. Listen, when it comes down to this, guys, all right, we're going to start with social media and we're going to break this down because, as you know, right, as you know, social media has blown up for me across every platform.
Where did you start? Just so they actually fucking understand.
So let's rewind here. 6-7 years ago, I had 200 Instagram followers only. No TikTok, no YouTube, no nothing. I only had 200 Instagram followers, guys. That is literally where I started on social media. Let's fast forward a little bit. After 3.5 years of grinding on social media, I only had 18,000 followers on Instagram. That was it. In the last 4 years of going as hard as I possibly could and pushing my boundaries, I started to learn social media. And in the last 2 years, I've grown to 1.5 million on TikTok, 11,000 on YouTube, 117,000 on Snapchat, and 370,000 on Instagram. All right. So we've been able to pop off across the fucking board. Everything is growing consistently. And because I was able to do this, I was also able to teach the people around me, guys. I was able to sit down with Brian and show him the strategy that I used for talking head videos, which helped him. And then we blew up his Instagram to over 200,000 followers in the last 2 years, enrolling over 100 plus clients on a monthly basis. All right. We're able to do this with Kirst. She was watching mine and Brian's creative process, and then she popped off. She's almost got as much followers as me across all of our platforms right now, just because of this simple process that we're going to be implementing. And again, you guys, that's just me, Brian, and Kirst. All right. You guys just saw what Anthony said in the chat box. Literally, due to the fucking feedback that I was giving him and what we did, we were able to grow his account to 176,000 followers, guys.
David Getz is also on this call. Did the same fucking thing. He's the Fit Over 50 man. He's consistently going viral on social media.
Dude, me and David, guys, just ask him after this call. David, I apologize for the amount of DMs you're probably going to get after this, but just ask him after this call. How did content audits go with Cole? Me and him would yell at each other. Okay. Like literally, he'd ask me a question and I'd bitch him out. And he asked me a question and I'd bitch him out. We'd go off and off and off. And the next thing you know, bing, boom, just exploded. He literally said on the call with Brian today in the $1 Million Mastermind that his previous record was 30K. He just blasted 60,000 like that. It is all right in front of you guys. All right. Learning to scale and understanding everything that we're going to teach you guys today specifically. All right. Over the last 12 and 36 months has drastically transformed the authority that we have in the market. All right. PT domination, Brian and myself have become a staple in the business coaching market. So yes, obviously we say we are the best business coaches because we like to speak it into existence, but also people now see it due to the authority we have established on social media. And that's what we're going to be diving into today. Does that make sense? If you guys are excited, drop some fire emojis in the fucking chat box.
Boom. Now, guys, I want to get you guys making money. I want to get you guys changing lives. I want to get you guys stepping into your power and really, seeing what is possible for you. So we're going to give you guys the 3 secrets to the 3 proven strategies to close high ticket clients in 2024. All right. Number 1, this is super important. And this is where a lot of you guys go wrong. And a lot of you guys get on your sales calls and you're wondering why prospects are saying no. You're wondering why prospects are ghosting you. You're wondering why prospects are giving you objections on the call. And you think that you need to work on your objections, and you think that you need to study my talking tracks, and you think that you just need to get better at booking calls. Number 1, everyone write this in the chat, positioning. Positioning. Number 1 is positioning. Most people think that the sale starts when the phone call is picked up, and that's just not the case.
Yep.
I want you guys to write this down. The sale starts the second the prospect sees your content. The sale starts the second the prospect sees your content. When your prospect sees your content, what makes you stand out? What makes you different than the millions of other fitness coaches that are online right now? What makes you different than ChatGPT, right? So why would somebody willingly hand you $1,000 for a 12-week program if they weren't absolutely convinced that you had the solution to their problem? Am I right? They're not even going to think about reaching out to you. And if your content hasn't positioned you as an authority in the marketplace, when you send a DM to somebody, they're not going to respond. They're going to ghost you. When you book a call with them, they're going to no-show you because you haven't positioned yourself as an authority. The first strategy to close high-ticket clients does not start on the call. It starts in your content. And guys, the worst mistake that you can make is posting content hoping that people will buy. Wondering why no one's reaching out when you look like a dollar store online fitness coach. You're filming videos on your iPhone 6 in your kitchen, in your basement with shitty lighting. You're like, it's not put together. It's not scripted well. It's not like, you're not using hooks to grab people's attention. You're not using props. You're not using jump cuts and slow zooms. Yep. And you're wondering why nobody's reaching out. It's like you're bored making your content and people are bored consuming it. Does that make sense? Just say makes sense in the comments. And here's the thing, right? The thing is, every single one of you guys are on this call because you have some value that you can give to the world. All of you have some value that you can give to the world. And the sad reality, and this is the absolute truth, is that you think that you just need to share your knowledge with the world and then the world will receive it. And that's just not true. You want to know why? Because everybody writes in the chat, the smartest trainer doesn't win, the best marketer does, period. The smartest trainer doesn't win, the best marketer does, period. Which is why you can have a kinesiology degree, you can have more experience than me, you can have more credibility than me, you can be Elaine Norton, and I'm still gonna fucking crush because I'm a great marketer. And when you guys start viewing yourselves as not just online coaches, but also marketers, then you'll start doing the work with your content that will actually start to position you as an authority.
Dude, that lesson right there, guys, honestly, just from that alone, if you were able to take that, embody it, understand it, and maneuver in the proper way moving forward, your entire business could drastically transform. I just spoke to an individual the other day, B. I didn't even tell you this because I thought it was actually funny. We didn't actually end up getting on the call. He's got 310,000 followers. He's getting less than 1,000 likes per video. And he is probably one of the most jacked bodybuilders I've ever seen in my entire life. He's got an incredible amount of experience. But then when we spoke, he's like, honestly, dude, I'm only making $9,000 a month. By the way, guys, you just hear what I said. Over 300,000 followers on Instagram. Jacked the shit. He's only making $9,000 a month. And he's like,
is this an older dude?
Breakthrough. Yeah.
John Anderson?
Probably. I wasn't going to call it his name, but yeah. All right.
I know. He talked to me too. I was talking to him the other day. That's hilarious.
We ended up not getting on the phone because of my schedule fucking bias. And then he ended up backing out because he wasn't committed to it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Long story short, though, I'm like, this is the thing. He's got an incredible amount of knowledge, looks absolutely fucking amazing. 90% of our $1 million mastermind with a quarter of his followers are making 10 times as much money as him.
Yep.
It's right then and there, guys.
Guys, if you're in the $1 million mastermind or you're in the CLA and you're making over 20K a month, say me in the chat. Out of curiosity.
Like, this is regular for you right now, right? It's right in front of you guys. And this is something that we need to understand. And again, I'm going to re-say this. Unless you position yourself as an authority in your space, no one will buy from you. No one. And again, it all starts when it comes down to your content creation process, the content itself. So how do you do it? All right. How do you make people see you as an authority when they look at your content? Well, first and foremost, cementing yourself as an authority, in my opinion, comes down to speaking with conviction, not speculation. I've talked about this before, but we're going to review it because it is very important. Everybody write this down. Speak with conviction, not speculation. All right? Speak with conviction, not speculation. Now, what I mean by this is it doesn't mean you should speak in absolutes in every subject, because in my opinion, all right, fitness is not a one-size-fits-all type thing. We all know this as fitness professionals. And honestly, the person who only ever speaks in absolutes is usually a dumbass. Okay? Like, Layne Norton talks about this all the time. He says the doctors who aren't willing to say, I don't know, are doctors you should never listen to. Because usually the better you get in any area of life, you realize that the absolute isn't something that the world is actually true. And there's not a meaning around that. But when you open your mouth speaking about a subject online, you need to speak with conviction, confidence, chest up high, chin up high, speak like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Speak like you are the one people should be listening to. A big reason why a lot of you guys, all right, a lot of you guys aren't able to see success on social media, draw in a bunch of eyes, or generate any sort of views or income from your social media is because you don't seem confident. All right. It sounds like you are questioning yourself while words are coming out of your own fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a drastic problem.
I want to jump in here for a second because I think this is the thing. And I used to do this until Cole corrected me. Okay. A lot of people, what they do when they speak with conviction, Cole, and let me know if you've heard this before, is they'll state their opinion on a subject and then they'll immediately justify their opinion so they don't offend somebody.
100%.
So it's like the reason that you're overweight is because you overeat and you don't exercise. And I know that some of you guys are parents and that you've got busy lifestyles with kids and you literally immediately justify your own opinion, which takes away all the fucking credibility from the statement that you just made.
And usually you guys are doing it for one of two reasons. Okay. Number one, you don't want to be seen as the asshole, which I do understand. Okay. None of us like to be hated. Nobody likes to get hate. All of us care what other people think. All right. I will fight tooth and nail with everybody. It doesn't matter how great you got on social media. All of us care what people think to a certain degree. All right. But when you start to speak, how Brian just said, you guys are ruining your authority basis. All right. People are looking at you as the person who's speculating the opinion and is not sure on their answer instead of the authority that's going to solve all their fucking problems. So you need to join the conversation in their head. Stop worrying about joining the conversation in everyone's head, because that's what you're doing when you come down to that. All right. You state an opinion that is hard hitting, addressing a pain, and then you start justifying it here and here and here and here. And then on top of that, you're like, well, I get that if you're the parent with the commute and you have this going on and this going on and this going on, because you're afraid of getting hate from multiple different individuals. You're afraid of too many people's opinions. Hammer it home without worry, because it will make you seem more confident and it will cement you as the authority. The reason why people pay lawyers so much fucking money is because we don't know enough about the law. And when you speak to a lawyer, every word that comes out of their mouth is spoken with conviction. They seem like they know everything under the sun. It's like when you were growing up and you asked your mom and dad a question about something and they just seemed like they knew it all, but they didn't. They just spoke with conviction. This is how it is. This is what we're doing. There was no speculation, so you didn't question it. You just followed suit because you needed a leader. You guys need to become the leaders your social media needs. It is that simple.
Boom. Everyone write this in the chat. Positioning. Now, this is a cool concept, but I personally hate business coaches that give you abstract concepts and don't demonstrate what the fuck we mean. So instead of being like, position yourself as authority, we're actually going to demonstrate what we mean. Is that cool? If that's cool, just say that's cool in the chat box. I want to give you a demonstration of what positioning actually looks like. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to pull up one of my clients and I've been talking about her a lot. So she's going to, hopefully she appreciates it because she's a G. Her name is Heather. Okay. Now, so step number one of positioning is your profile. Okay. Your profile. Now, when you come to Heather's profile, type it in the chat. What does she look like she does? When you come to Heather's profile, what does it look like she does? Type it in the chat.
You all have fingers. Workout. Touche.
Okay. So she competes. Now, if I'm a coach, right? If I'm like, or I'm interested in hiring a coach and I'm a female, what do I think that she can help me with? It's so funny. It's so funny. I love it. I love all the answers. And so I want to stay here for a second because this is really important. Thank you, Ashley. Fucking Ashley G. You're a fucking gangster. Thank you. Everybody is saying words associated with fitness. And this concept, if you understand the mindset shift that I'm about to walk you through, your marketing will change forever and you will become a phenomenal marketer. You guys are all using words that you interpret this as. So when I see her profile, I see her as the hourglass coach because that's what she posted. And so when I come to her profile, if I am a female and I want to build an hourglass figure, do I think that she can help me? Yes or no? How many females want to build an hourglass figure? So all of you guys put words that you interpreted based off of what you saw in this profile. But what you don't understand is this positions her as an authority for women that want this. Does that make sense? The hourglass coach positions her as an authority for women that want this. And so if you want to position yourself as an expert, then you need to position yourself as the go-to person for the ideal client that you serve for them to get the result that they're looking for. That's positioning. Because I guarantee you, there's one female that's choosing between Heather and another online coach that says, I help men and women burn body fat and build lean muscle. And the woman wants to build an hourglass figure. I guarantee you she's reaching out to Heather. Does that make sense? And so we need to decide who exactly it is that we want to work with, who we want to target, what we want to specialize in. And then we need to become the authority for that person so that when they come to our page, they know that we are the person for them. Same thing, you guys come to my page. You come to my page, it's very fucking clear what I do. Am I right or wrong? I will help you start and scale your fitness business to 10K a month and then to 100K. It's very clear. As soon as you come to my profile, bam, that's positioning. Does this make sense? And the nuance of she's a fitness coach versus she's the hourglass coach makes a ton of difference. So step number one is positioning. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Is that valuable? Beautiful. Okay, so your profile is the first step, right? Now, all of us agree that Heather has positioned herself as an expert for hourglass, having an hourglass shape, right? So that's level one, but then we need to go into level two. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask you guys because I want to see if we're all on the same page here. If you want to build an hourglass shape, what sort of content should she be posting? Like, what is involved in building an hourglass? Somebody tell me. What are some other words to describe an hourglass shape? This isn't a test. You're not in shit. Builds, thank you, glutes, building lats, upper body, glutes, beach body, big booty, calorie deficit, contour, curves. Thank you. Fucking great answers. So step number two, everybody write this in the chat of positioning, is your content aligns with your core messaging. So Heather has positioned herself as the hourglass coach and her content.
Current 3 favorite back exercises 5 weeks out from my first show. First ones are these rope face pulls using both your mid back and your rear delts, and then these unilateral rows, making sure to pull that elbow in towards your belly button and past your torso for max lat contraction. And then finally, these wide grip lat pull downs. These have always been a staple to target my lats and teres.
So again, Heather is the hourglass coach and all of her content supports the hourglass figure. Does that make sense? A lot of you guys, what you'll do is you'll be like, I'm the coach for busy dads that want to lose weight. And then you're not posting workouts for busy dads. You're not being like, if you're a dad and you only have 30 minutes to work out, steal this 30-minute circuit. You go into the gym and fucking crush. If you're a dad and your kids are snacking all your food, you don't know what to eat, steal my healthy protein brownie recipe, blah, 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 blah. You guys get what I'm saying? So once you've got you've positioned yourself and you decide what you want, then your content aligns with what you positioned yourself as. So step number two is with positioning is your content needs to align with your positioning, meaning your content needs to align with whatever you put in your bio. This is probably the biggest mistake I see with online fitness coaches is you guys get the concept like, okay, I need to position myself as an authority. So I help men see their six pack in 60 days or less. And then your content isn't about getting a six pack. Your content isn't about getting a shredded stomach. Your content is like, here's like my morning routine. And like, don't get me wrong, that stuff's in there, but like, man, it's like 70 to 80% of your content needs to align with your core messaging. Does that make sense? Is this helpful?
And a big thing is just do it. Give them the value, right? You didn't hear Heather say, if you want to build an hourglass shape, follow this workout. She just said, this is what I'm doing because she's a walking example of what the fuck she says she specializes in. So when it comes down to anything that you guys are teaching, stop just using like your niche or what you say you do as the core message and then delivering whatever message comes after.
Yep. So
just give the good content.
So here's the thing, right? So I asked you guys, what's involved in building an hourglass figure? Some of the answers I got were glutes, back, calorie deficit, all these things, right? So third thing, Brittany, I love that. Third thing, everybody writes this in the chat. Your content is so valuable, people could get results for free without hiring you. Write that in the chat. That's the third part of positioning. Your content is so valuable, people could get results for free without hiring you. That's the third thing. So again, I'm going to use Heather as a staple example because it's like she aligns with all the fucking core messages I'm trying to teach. This is a video. So again, hourglass figure, right? This is a video supporting the main message on her page.
To maximize your glute gains in your hip thrusts. Tip number one, you want to make sure that your knees are at 90 degrees at the top of the movement. Your toes are pointed directly forward, not to the side, and your heels are in line with your hips. Tip number two, you want to make sure that you're fully extending at the top. Don't stop right here. Go straight to the top and pause and back down. And tip number three, controlling the negative. Did you know that the most important part of the hip thrust is not this part, but it's actually this part? If you go slower on the eccentric phase, you'll maximize your glute gains. Follow for more glute building tips.
Boom. You guys get it? You guys get where I'm fucking coming from? Like that is a valuable piece of content. Like if I'm a female and I want to grow my glutes, am I going to save that video? Yes or no? 100%. So that's the level that you guys need to play it on your content. When your ideal client consumes your content, are they going to save it so they can refer to it later? When you post a back workout, is your client going to go to the gym and reference your back workout so they can crush their back day? Does that make sense? Is that helpful? If it's not that valuable, people won't buy from you because there's millions of coaches on the internet. So how do you separate yourself from every other online coach on the internet? You position yourself as the go-to resource. I am the coach for vegans. I am the coach for building your hourglass. I am the fucking coach. That's number three. Number four, this is super important. I'm going to use Heather as an example again because she's my $1 million mastermind client. She's making $70,000 a month. She's fucking crushing. Number four, demonstrate all of the results that you're getting every day. Write that down. This is the mistake that almost 100% of you guys are making. Even some of my best clients, like some of my best clients are making $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 in the mastermind. Go to their social media. I'm like, where the fuck is the social proof? This is the level of demonstration that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about posting one proof post in your stories. And the reason I'm using Heather is because she, like, I've told her this before. I think she's the best social proof marketer I have right now. So you go to her Instagram stories and every fucking day, you guys, every day, look how much proof she's demonstrating every single day. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, again, Heather's a savage, okay? So do you need to post social proof 26 times a day in your fucking Instagram stories? No, you don't. But Heather's also making $70,000 a month. So is it super valuable to post more social proof on your stories? 100%. How many of you guys have seen all the client testimonials that I post on my Instagram stories every single day? How many of you guys have seen that, right? It's every day. Every single fucking day, you guys see all the client results that are happening inside of the program, which is why we book around 70 to 100 calls a week and we bring on 100 new clients a month because I'm showing all the clients that we're working with. Is this making sense? Is this resonating? Is this valuable?
Give us a thumbs up. I want to see everybody thumbs up. And if you don't have your camera on, turn your fucking camera on. I like seeing faces. Okay, good. I want to make sure this is very important. Okay, it's something that I feel like if you've been active, right? What I'm going to define here is an active PT domination student. You're showing up to a minimum of 1 to 2 calls a week and you're asking questions consistently. You've probably heard Brian say that before or me say that before. But the reason why we're saying it again is because you guys aren't fucking doing it. All right. There's a drastic, very clear reason why someone in our program makes between like 1 to 5K and someone starts to make fucking 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 on a monthly basis. And it's because they finally have taken all the cumulative lessons and did them. All right. There's a reason why I'm stating this, because going into step number 5, all right, I know for a fucking fact that a very little amount of you guys are doing these because I look at your content every single week for hours and hours and hours. Step number 5, guys, when it comes down to positioning yourself as an authority, is talking to the camera. How many of you guys are doing a minimum of 2 to 3 talking head videos on a weekly basis on your social media?
Me.
Tell me right now, say yes or no. And don't lie, because we could literally pull up your social media right now and I'd be able to tell instantaneously. All right. Yes, yes, negative, yes, negative, yes, yes, negative. Okay, touche. Listen, I don't make the rules, even though I do for you guys because I want you to fucking do it. You need to learn how to stand in front of a camera and speak your fucking mind. Pick a subject and deliver value instead of hiding behind trending audios and caption posts. Now, I'm not going to show you examples because Brian just did. All right. I was actually going to pull up a bunch of examples of this, but I shouldn't need to. They're literally in front of you every single fucking day. And Brian just showed you 3 different examples of content Heather posted that is all talking head. She's working out, yes. All right. She's walking around the gym, yes. But she is doing talking head videos, guys. Talking in front of the camera matters. Everybody do me a favor and close your eyes for a second. I want you guys to picture this. All right. I'm actually going to go to gallery view so I can see your guys' eyes and make sure you all close them. Don't fuck around. Vicky, close your goddamn eyes. You're walking on a treadmill, so don't fall off, though. All right. Good. I love how everybody close their eyes that quickly as soon as I put on speaker view. Good. Now, imagine this. Okay. You walk into a store. All right. You walk up to the person behind the counter and you ask them to help you find something. And instead of giving you an answer, they just point to the wall where there's a sheet with instructions. Are you going to buy the shit in that store? Or are you going to fucking walk away? Because that's what all you lazy fuckers are doing when you create these text on screen video bullshit saying read the caption instead of talking to the camera because you're afraid to speak on camera. That's exactly what you're doing. There's like a video of you walking like this. And then it says read the caption because you're so fucking lazy you don't want to just speak. You imagine going into a car dealership and being like, yo, what are the details on the Porsche? And they don't even say a word. They just pour into the sign.
They just said read the caption.
Right? Right?
No,
They're just like, read the caption, dog.
You want to hear something funny? So Adley was sending me a bunch of video. That's fucking hilarious. Adley was sending me a bunch of video ideas. Then like I told Adley, I was like, I'll chew on glass and eat it if you tell me to do it. So she sent me like some read the caption videos. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Not happening. And this is the thing, guys. All right. You might be like, well, Cole, like they're getting a shitload of views. They're getting thousands of views. They're blowing up like crazy. Yeah. And guess what? 99.9% of those creators that are doing it are broke as fuck. How do I know? Because Brian and myself have coached some of them. And they keep coming back saying, look at all the views I got. And then I'm like, awesome, show me your bank account. And nothing translates because that is not cementing you as an authority. All right. It is not giving you the results that you need because it is not exactly Kira connecting with your audience. Guys, eye contact, all right, speaking with conviction matters. And that's why I just wanted to talk about that for step number 5.
I have a quick question. This is important. All right. How many of you guys feel like you are a commodity? You're just like everybody else and that you have no extra value to offer to the world other than the fact that you're a personal trainer? If you identify with that, just say me in the chat. Good. Thank you for being honest. That's the fucking problem.
Yep.
That's the problem. And the truth is you're not a commodity. You are so much different. And the reason I know you're not a commodity is that all of you guys that said me in the chat, I guarantee some of the clients that you're working with or have worked with that worked with another personal trainer would not enjoy it as much as they enjoyed you. There's something about you, your energy, your presence, your essence that makes you fucking different. But so many of you guys view yourself as a commodity or just like everybody else. So you fucking act like it.
Yep.
And you put out basic content on social media because you think that you're basic. You think that you're just another PT, that nobody cares, that nobody wants to hear your voice. And so you never speak to the camera. You never develop your communication skills. You never put yourself out there online because you view yourself as a commodity.
And it needs to change. And you guys need to alter your thoughts. All right. You need to alter the way that you view self. You need to stop thinking that you're like everybody else and that by you being confident in self, there's something bad with that. You see, a lot of you guys that said me, I'm assuming, and I'm just going to make a healthy assumption here, also resonate with the word humble. You don't want to seem not humble. Have any of you guys actually looked and understood the definition of humble? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you actually understand it. So if I was to call you up, you'd be able to recite it. Give me a thumbs down if you wouldn't be able to recite it just off the top of your brain. All right. Listen, the definition of humble is modest, without excess of pride, a person who brags about being humble. That's the Urban Dictionary one. If you guys look at the actual dictionary, it is to lower one's thought of self. It is to put yourself last over others. And a lot of you guys need to stop resonating with the word. You need to disconnect from said word. And the reason why is because looking at the word humble as something that you operate your life in is one of the reasons why you are not standing up and just being confident in self, talking your shit and believing in self over anything else.
Is this making sense? Drop a
You
hell
guys
yes
with me
in
so
the chat.
far?
Drop a hell yes in the chat if you're with us.
Good. Because rolling into step number 6, you guys got to start flexing your shit. You got to start, quote unquote, being cocky. You got to start believing in self. You got to start being engaging in your content. Hence why we're going to fucking show our boy Anthony here. Okay.
Anthony
Because
Anderson, the guy that was talking shit. Anthony said he named one of his plants Brian, and I fucking promise you, Anthony, if you named the plant Brian that you're talking shit to, I'll find you, bro.
That's actually so funny, dude.
I'll fucking find you, dude.
Listen, guys, this shit is one of my favorite come up stories in B2 domination. The reason why is I'm actually going to find this. Michelle, please write this down. We're going to find the actual Zoom call where me and Anthony had this conversation because we watched his content. And I know Anthony probably remembers this because I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. And I watched his content and I was like, can I be real with you? And he said yes. And I was like, your monotone is fucking boring as shit, dude. I don't know how to, like, you gotta change it up a little bit. And he said verbatim, he's like, well, Cole, that's how I speak. Like, I don't want to be something I'm not. And I said, you need to learn how to market yourself. Because it's a very big difference in trying to be something you're not and faking it versus you understanding the fucking game we're playing. And the next thing you know, this guy came out and he fucking started blowing up everywhere because he's like, oh, okay, I can still speak with my tone. Like, I don't need to change my voice, but I need to be engaging. And he went from fucking what was it, Anthony? Can you drop it in the chat box? Less than 4,000? Yeah, 1.5K. Everybody just read what he just said. 1.5K. Quincy, you remember that call? Exactly. All right, to 177,000 fucking followers, guys.
Watch one of his
and
videos.
99.5 thousand on TikTok.
Any one of his videos.
All right, Sammy, you remember that call too? That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me fucking
Can't
do
hear
this
it.
because
Share. Oh, there we go.
Will you lose muscle if you run before you lift? When you cheat on the weekends getting pizza, pasta, or donuts, those carbs get stored as energy in your muscle.
like every video game.
If you want bigger glutes and hate lunges, fuck you. Try this workout. Front foot elevated Smith. If you're trying to grow your chest, are push-ups a waste of time? To grow muscle, you need to overload it, which means challenging it more every week.
Every fucking video
Stop
is
doing
engaging.
burpees to lose your belly
And not
fat.
only is it engaging, not only is he using his personality, not only is he sharing different points, he's incredibly valuable with every fucking point. So when, all right, individuals come to his page because they know, all right, he is the quote unquote muscle building coach, they walk away with what Brian said earlier, actionable value to achieve their fucking goals.
Does this make sense? Anthony, how much money did you make in the last 2 months? Type it in the chat so everybody understands the importance of positioning themselves as
So
an
everybody can
authority.
fucking read it and go, oh my Jesus Christ.
In the last 2 months, how much money have you made? $80,000 to $90,000 in the last 2 months.
How many
And-
applications do you get on a weekly basis, Anthony?
And wait. Before that, Cole, when did you do the content audit where I had 1.5 thousand followers?
Yeah. When?
Yeah, when?
It had to be less than a year ago. And we're
Pretty
going to
sure
find the exact date, but I think it was between 5 and 7 months ago.
So, like, I really want you guys to understand what we're saying to you on this call. Because Anthony, I love you to death. Anthony's not fucking special. It's not like he's different than you and has this like special talent that you don't have and that, you know, you can't unlock that fucking level. He said, I ain't shit. I disagree. I think you're the shit. But what I'm saying to you is that Anthony just found his unique voice, positioned himself as an authority in the market. And as a result, he's got the followers, he's got the income, he's got the applications, he's making money. All of
Yep.
you guys can do that. Every single one of you guys.
100%. It is that simple. All right. And I know it's very hard for you guys to understand because it seems like it isn't simple, but it is that simple. Cool. Fuck you. I've been creating content for months and I've never gotten anywhere because you're boring. Sorry.
It's not
'Cause you
just because you're
suck.
boring. And you're not, and you're like the fat loss client. Those of you guys that have been posting content for the last 6 months and it's not hitting, you're still doing the same shit. You're just as bad as your fat loss clients that go to the gym for 2 hours, eat fucking broccoli, don't eat any protein, and wonder why they're not losing weight. It's the same shit.
Exactly, guys.
It's the same
It is
shit.
literally that simple. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because this is the truth you need to hear. Everybody understand this. I want you to say it out loud. Social media doesn't give a fuck what I think. Say that out loud to yourselves. What the
Social
lesson
media
is
doesn't give a
behind
fuck
that
what
is
I
that if
think.
your videos are not doing well, who gives a fuck what you think? They are telling you they don't like it. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep.
You're like, well, I think I'm doing great. Okay, dope. What's the algorithm if people tell you? Well, nobody's engaging. Well, because you suck. It's time to improve. Right? Like this. And it's like, it's funny. And sometimes people see that as rude. But you see, this is how I've improved. This is how I've generated over 2.1 million followers across all platforms. Because when I post a video and it doesn't do well, I literally say, oh, I suck. Okay, touche. Sounds good, bro. I'll do better next time. And I'll make an adjustment. And then we post another video and it gets fucking 100,000 views. And I'm like, dope, there we go. It is literally that simple. No other way to look at it. All right. Now, with that being said, and every other step beforehand, in order to position yourself as an authority, rolling into step number 7, All right. You guys need to be willing to state your opinion regardless of criticism. All right. Regardless of criticism. Now, this is something that is going to be hard for a lot of you guys because you guys have an incessant need to be liked. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you guys have an obsessive need to be liked. You would rather be liked by your followers, rather be liked different people, all right, than actually state something that needs to be heard. So I'm just going to show this video, all right? And this is honestly just a simple opinion piece that I did. And the reason why I chose to do an opinion piece instead of a random fitness one is just due to the fact that a lot of you guys don't post opinion pieces enough. And I feel like it is needed. All right. So just listen to what I'm going to say in this video and pay attention to what I state here because a lot of people did not agree with it.
I don't give a fuck what happened to you in the past. I don't care how bad it was or how good it was. It's gone. It's over. It's a memory. Let it go.
So the reason why I posted that, I only wanted to show you guys the hook of this. All right. I go on to talk about how your past literally does not fucking matter, regardless of how traumatic it was and regardless of what pain you went through. So many people in the comment section lost their shit. Fuck you, bullshit. My past matters a lot. I went through hell. You have no idea what I went through. I don't give a shit. It does not matter what you guys have gone through in the past. In order to achieve the goals that you have in your future, you need to drop the past and focus on what you need to do today. All right. And I will die on that opinion. When I state my opinion, I don't care about the criticism that I get. You see, you guys need to stop playing the half in, half out game. All right. You guys need to stop playing the I need to be obsessively liked by everyone game. Because the person who tries to play in every single friend group ends up with no friends. Makes sense, guys? Mm-hmm. Thumbs up if you understand this fucking lesson. Now, a lot of you guys have that thumbs up, but then I go to your fucking page and you're walking the goddamn line, never speaking your opinion. So you obviously don't get it. This is where the truth needs to be said. How many of you guys hate keto? Say me in the chat box. All right. If you like it, by the way, say I like it. I don't care. This is where you guys start to state your opinions. How many of you guys think fasting is fucking stupid? Tell me in the chat box or say no. Okay, dope. So if you guys all have all these opinions on different fad diets, why does your social media not reflect that? And why are you not teaching? Why are you not stating the good and the bads of these things? Why are you not standing on your knowledge in the industry? Because you are terrified of a person's opinion instead of delivering your knowledge on social media. That is why. You are worried about what another person might think of you on the internet rather than what you should share as a creator. All right? This makes sense, guys?
Yep.
This is the problem. This is why people don't see you as an authority because you are a robot sharing basic fucking fitness knowledge. You sound like every other trainer on the internet.
Listen, I understand. Okay. So like we get it. I get the fear of other people's opinions. I understand. That's why public speaking is people's number one fear, worse than death. Like most people fear public speaking more than they fear death. It's because we're afraid of other people's opinions. And I understand that. I get that mindset. And you need to lean into that. We need to lean into that uncomfortability. We need to understand that, yes, we might be nervous about other people's opinions, but we need to lean in and step into that.
Makes sense, guys? Now, this is something I'm actually excited to show you guys because step number 8 is you guys need to improve over time and your content should be getting better over time. And this is why Brian even said it earlier. He said, if you guys have not improved and you're still doing the same shit you done 6 months ago without any positive results at all to look at, you're the same as the fitness client who doesn't want to fucking do anything properly. All right? We're going to show you guys old Cole in 2020, even though I fucking cringe every goddamn time I scroll down on my social media. By the way, if you guys ever look down on my social media and you tag me in my own video, I will comment back saying fuck you to you. Okay. I love you to death. I hate looking at that content. It makes me cringe like crazy, but I wanted to pull it up because this is literally a verbatim lesson for you guys to show you. How many of you guys see old Cole here? Thumbs up if you do, if you see this video. I want you guys to listen to my delivery in this horrible video talking about mindset. Okay, I see this as trash. All right, listen to this breakdown.
In the things that you coming at you with 3 tips that will help you guys shift and condition your mindset so you can become more confident and become the person you want to become. Let's deep dive into them. The first one is super simple. Sit down and write down 3 to 5 things that you
really stop there. All right, but I fucking hate it so much. It's I'm literally starting with everything that I teach you guys not to do. I don't sound confident. I'm speaking way too goddamn soft. I don't sound like I'm speaking with conviction. I'm speaking with speculation. Well, here's kind of 3 tips to help you with your mindset to develop this, to do this. Okay, let's get into it. Just shut the fuck up and deliver the goddamn value, bro. What are you doing? This is literally what I teach you guys on a daily basis. Oh, why is Cole able to say that? Because he's done everything wrong. All right. This is why I literally tell you guys, keep going, Chanel. Let's show you a little bit more.
You are grateful for each and every day so you can start appreciating the things that you already have so the universe will give you more. Tip number 2 is to download this app. Download this app called.
All right, we're done there. Now, guys, let's fast forward. I never knew Cole was boring. Chanel, you're walking a fucking fine line. Okay. Now, guys, let's fast forward. Now let's fast forward to an individual who actually walks the walk and understands what props, all right, language, tonality, and fluidity looks like in a fucking video.
This is how generational trauma starts. You see, your grandparents go through something traumatic and they don't do the healing or work necessary in order to overcome it and grow from it. So they end up passing it down to your parents.
You get it?
And if your parents don't do that,
It's a whole
same
nother
work,
level.
if they don't choose
Both of these are mindset videos. This one got 1.4 million views and 64,000 likes. This one got, I think, what it was like a fucking 2,000 views or something, 1,000 views, and it got 771 views. All right, and less than 50 likes. Literally that simple in front of your guys' faces. Taking every step that we just taught you so far, and I just showed you my active implementation of that over the course of 3.5 years. This was the start. This is where I am now. It is that simple, guys. Now, the problem and why we needed to say, all right, step number 8 is your content should be getting better. And step number 8 is you guys should be looking at your content. How many of you guys can look at your content from 3 years ago and actually visually see a drastic difference in how you guys speak on camera? Because I promise you, a lot of you guys look exactly the fucking same. And how do I know that? Because I audit your content every single week. And that's where the problem is. And that's why we're not improving. And that's why we're struggling. But the first step in getting to where we want to be is understanding where our downfall is. Make sense, everyone? Say fuck yes in the chat box if it does.
Cool. Who's getting value so far? Say me in the chat. That was fucking strategy number 1. We try to over deliver. All right. That was strategy number 1. Now, somebody requested an old B-Mark video. So before.
Did you find one?
Oh, bro, I found one, dude. I found one. All right. So I didn't have to look very far. Okay. This is my old TikTok. And it was on my old TikTok, literally. So,
Wait, you're not finding a funny video, right?
No, I'm not finding it funny. I'm finding one where
okay.
it's fucking coming out like a dumbass. Give me 1 sec. Okay.
The reason you hate the world is you're stuck in your story. All of us have bad shit happen to us, and it's not about what happens to us, it's about what we do with what happens to us. You can use your pain as the excuse for why you're not where you want to be, or you can use it as a very transformative experience that allows
Okay, that's enough of that.
It's so hard to look back at the old.
That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Holy fuck, dude. That hair was the star. Exactly, dude. Wow. Okay, we're not doing that again. Whoever said the old B-Mark videos can fuck yourself, okay? Goddamn.
The hair was a paid actor.
Oh my God. Okay, so moving on. We're moving on. So strategy number 2 is the consistent call to action schedule. Write that in the chat. Consistent CTA schedule. Listen, this is the biggest mistake every single one of my clients make. Every single one of my clients that comes to conversations with B or pod chats, like, I'm not getting leads. I'm like, cool. What does your CTA schedule look like? They're like, what's that? I'm like, holy fuck. So
what do you mean?
Listen, okay. The biggest mistake that all of you guys make is you have an inconsistent call to action schedule. And for some reason, every single one of you guys is like, I follow a meal plan. I follow a training plan. I follow a protocol because I want to look a certain way. And for some fucking reason, when it comes to your business, you just don't follow a plan. You're just winging it. You're posting whatever comes to your brain that fucking day. And then you're like, why am I not signing clients? It's because you have an inconsistent call to action schedule. Everybody write this in the chat. Inconsistent behavior equals inconsistent results. Write that in the chat. Inconsistent behavior equals inconsistent results. If you want to achieve massive success with your online fitness business, then you must have a consistent call to action schedule. And not only do you need to do it consistently, you need to do it on all platforms. Here's the general rule, and then I'm going to give you some actual examples because, again, I don't want to talk in circles. We want to be the business coaches that give you so much fucking value that you wonder why you would pay anybody else ever. So once a week, you're going to do a hard call to action, and I'm going to give you some examples of this. But a hard call to action basically is directly asking clients to work with you. Does that make sense? Now, once a week, you're going to do a soft call to action. Now, a soft call to action, and I'm going to give you some examples of this, basically means that you are indirectly asking clients if they would like to work with you. Now, in terms of what you should do on which day, like why you should do one on Monday and Thursday, it's simple. Always do a hard ask on Monday. Why? Because people go to work, they're going back to work, they ate like shit on the weekends, they fell off track with their diet, all this stuff, right? So people feel like shit, eat like shit on the weekends. So on Monday, as soon as they're getting back into like the swing of things, they get on social media, bam, you want to see a hard call to action to change their life, jump into your transformation programs, lose weight, get in shape, grow their glutes, whatever it is. So You want to catch people's emotions because people are just feeling like shit after the weekend, and you want to do it everywhere. So Brittany said feed post or story everywhere. Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Instagram newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed, TikTok, everywhere, because then you can collect leads from multiple places. Make sense? So the answer is everywhere, all of the places. It's on your newsfeed, it's on your stories, it's literally everywhere. So these are some examples of hard call to actions. Now, these are directly from my $1 Million Mastermind, some of my $1 Million Mastermind clients. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of CTAs. So example of CTA number 1, this is my $1 Million Mastermind client, Chloe. She's a fucking gangster. It says new case study program from June. I'm looking to take on 5 clients who want to lose 5 kg in the next 6 weeks. I'm looking for a few specific people. So if you have 2+ years of experience in the gym, have time for 4 workouts a week, want to learn how to not track every macro, are coachable and an action taker, DM me case study and I'll get you the details. So that's a hard call to action. Okay. Let's look at another one. This is one of my clients, Samantha Mills. Samantha, are you here? If you are, say hello. Samantha Mills is pregnant right now. So if she's pregnant, we love her. So $1,100 program giveaway, join our 6-week challenge, do your workouts, improve your nutrition, make sure you check in weekly and be entered to win. DM me strong, last day to join. All right. Here's another example of a hard call to action. This is my client, Katie. Katie, are you here? Katie usually comes to all my calls too. New case study program from June. I'm looking for 5 women who want to lose 10 pounds of fat and gain 5 pounds of muscle in the next 30 days. I'm looking for a few specific people. If you are a busy person, are struggling to eat, are coachable and action taker, DM me case study and I'll get you the details. Is this making sense? So that style of messaging, that style of content, once a week on Mondays. Now, another examples of call to actions, you're in the academy. I'm looking for 5 people that want to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. If that's you, send me a DM, right? I'm looking for 2 women that want to completely transform their life in the next 6 weeks. If that's you, DM me 6-pack. Why use the word case study? It's just another marketing angle to get people in. And then what you tell people is that when you get an amazing transformation, so I'm going to use you as a testimonial. A case study, here's the thing, right? Is great marketing is taking the same offer and wrapping it in different packages. Does that make sense?
Everybody write that down.
Great marketing is taking the same offer and wrapping it in different packages. So it's the same thing, right? Like we're selling the program, but we're just wrapping the program in a different package, right? So like, it's like, what's clickbait? Clickbait is like, it's almost like a grab and switch. So clickbait would be like, DM me and you get a free program. And then they DM you and you're like, yeah, it's like $600. That's clickbait. Case study is like, once you come in, I'm going to use you as a testimonial and I'll give you a little bit of a discount on the program if you join today.
Yes.
Clickbait is like if you're not giving them what they actually clicked on. But like case study is like, I'm going to use you as a testimonial, as a case study, once you get amazing results, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a discount on the program. Does that make sense? Hard call to action. Same offer, different packaging. That's what we want to do. Because if every single week you guys are like, I'm looking for 5 people that want to lose 10 pounds. I'm looking for 5 people that want to lose 10 pounds. Like sooner rather than later, your audience can be like, yeah, I'm right, motherfucker. You asked for 5 people last week and then the week before that. So how do we take the same offer and wrap it in a different package? Is that helpful? Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Now, I want to show you guys some examples of soft call to actions. And guys, there's tons of other examples of hard call to actions. You can do a flash sale. You can do like a new program launch. You can do, I'm looking for 5 women. You can do you want results like this? Like there's like literally thousands of ways to do hard calls.
Everybody just do me a fucking favor. Take a deep breath in right now and blow it. As soon as Brian said fucking discount with marketing, you guys all fucking lost and started asking questions about different prices and discounts. Whatever you want. You guys can discount because it's fucking Groundhog Day. Literally does not matter. It's taking your program, being like, what's in the world? Bam. There you go. Marketing. That's it. Breathe. All right.
Okay. So soft call to actions. Thursday, you want to be indirect, which basically means you're asking clients to reach out to you, but you're not asking them to reach out to you about your coaching offer. You want to be a little bit more subtle on Thursday, because if you're always like, the only exception to the rule that I would say, everybody write this in the chat. If your followers are growing by 1,000 a week, you can do multiple call to actions. That's the exception to the rule. If your followers are growing by 1,000 a week, you can do multiple calls to action. That's the exception to the rule. So my Instagram following grows by 300 to 700 followers a day. So I do call to actions every fucking day. Why? Because all these new people that just came into my audience have no idea about my offer. They have no idea what I do. They have no idea about the clients I'm helping. So every single day I can do offers because these new followers have never seen it before. Does that make sense? But if your audience isn't growing and you start doing more than like your 3 to 5 to 7 call to actions a week, then your audience is like, yeah, I'm like not interested, because you're basically making the same offer to the same people. Does that resonate? Does that make sense? Which is why you need to space it out twice a week. Now, this is also why it's super important to work on positioning, because if you can position yourself properly and your Instagram following starts to grow because people realize that you're an expert in the space, then you can do more call to actions. That being said, let's take a look at some soft call to actions. I'll give you guys some examples, yo. By the way, just a quick little note. If you guys want to come to the PT Domination event and learn from me and Cole in person, go to ptdevent.com and get a ticket. We're coming to Houston, Texas, September 21st and 22nd. It's going to be like this, but it's going to be like 2 days in person. The depth of value that you guys are going to get is the depth of value that we're giving you on this masterclass. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be step-by-step. It's going to be tactical. You'll learn from me, Cole Adley, all the coaches. So again, go to ptdevent.com and you guys can get a ticket.
Yep.
Now, this is actually Taylor Hinton, and he's on this call. What's up, Taylor Hinton? So Taylor Hinton, this is a millennial struggling to tone up and lose 10 pounds. Listen up. I'm running a 6-week challenge to teach you how to get the clients amazing results. I want to help you love what you see in the mirror without giving up delicious food. So if you're struggling to tighten your waist and want bigger glutes, I created a plan that will help you fix that. DM me Tone for info. If you're struggling to lose belly fat and grow your chest, I've created a plan to help you create that V-taper. DM me chest for more info. So this is a soft call to action, right? You're asking clients to reach out, but you're not asking them to reach out about coaching. Make sense? Here's another example. So my client's Raj. He's in the Millionaire Mastermind. He was in my program for like 3 years. He said, who's Beachbody ready? Yes, not quite there, not even close. Now, why does he post that? Somebody type it in the chat. Why does he post that? Somebody type it in the chat. Why does he post that? For leads. Exactly. Engage with responses. So now anybody that votes on this poll has said, I'm not quite there yet. So Raj can be like, yo, saw that you're not quite there with your Beachbody yet. What's going on? Like, what's going on in your fitness journey? Bam. I'm in a conversation. Make sense? Let's go look at another one. This is the last example that I have for you. This is my boy, Trizzleman Fitness. Surprise, I just released my brand new cookbook, 10 protein loaded recipes that are insanely good for fat loss. The first 15 people that DM me cookbook, I will send it to you free of charge. Cool, right? So we're taking things that our avatar wants. We're going to give it away for free, or we can do an engagement poll where they can vote and we can send them a message. Regardless, Thursdays, we do indirect call to actions. And on Fridays, we do direct call to actions. Make sense? You guys still with me? Cool. Sweet. That is it, you guys. Put it in your calendar. Remind yourself of it. Never fucking miss. When it comes to signing more high-ticket clients, you will make significantly more money when you commit to a call to action schedule and you never deviate from that schedule. Write this in the chat. 2 times a week, do CTAs. If you guys just do this from this masterclass and you take that for the rest of the year, you are going to make more money. I guarantee it. 2 times a week, do CTAs. Put it in your calendar. Remind yourself of it. Never fucking miss. You don't miss on your macros. You don't miss on your workouts. So don't miss on your call to actions. Cool. You want to go into number 3?
Yeah, 100%. I just want to say this. Are daily polls too much, Harley? No, as long as you are also providing sufficient value. And if the polls are about things that are not just on, yo, let's fucking try to pay me more money. And this is why we talked about like Beachbody Ready. Ask people about simple things as well. I talked about this the other day. I said, the more that you guys get your followers to get used to engaging with you, the better your content will be shown as well. Like, when's the last time you guys just asked your followers about something that you like in life? All right. Like, do you like this car? Do you like this? Do you enjoy watching the sunset? If you have never done that, you should probably start doing that, because the more people that start voting on your polls, the more Instagram will show your content to them. Just something that I needed you guys to understand. Okay. Now, number 3.
One sec. I also want to destroy a limiting belief. Somebody said, this isn't helpful for those not at the level you're speaking about. We have to get there first. We literally just gave you a blueprint for social media.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I want to pause for a second. We literally just gave you a blueprint for your social media, how to set up your profile, what to post on social media, step-by-step tutorials of exactly what type of value you guys should be posting. Like, we need to destroy these limitations of like, oh, this won't work for me. I'm new, that I'm beginner. It's just not true. Guys, we've worked with 7,000 coaches. This works for everyone. It doesn't matter if you start with 300 social media followers, absolutely, like with no experience, this will work for you, but you need to be ready to put in the work.
100%. It's actually kind of funny that just happened before we're rolling into number 3. All right. Because number 3 is a point a lot of you guys don't understand, but you consistently hear from Brian and myself. And that is, learn to be a coach, not a friend. All right. Learn to be a coach, not a friend. This is especially absolutely fucking huge for new online coaches that are really stepping into their power. All right. It's something that you guys need to understand. As a fitness coach for others, it's important to establish a relationship with your prospects. Obviously, you guys need to build a bond with the people that are on your social media. Thumbs up if you agree. All right. You guys will hear me and Brian talk about this all the time. We all need to. All right. We all need to. All right. But you never want to be the friend in that frame. You always want to be in the coach frame. You want to be the coach on a consistent basis. Giving you as an example, let's break it down like this. All right. If a friend comes to you and says, I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time, I can't seem to lose weight. As a friend, we might relate to them. Right. And you'll try to make them feel better. Correct? A lot of us will be like, I get it, homie. I get it. And you kind of comfort them. You try to make them feel good. You got this. You're doing a great job. You can make this happen. Keep fucking going. Like, you want to give them that little push. You want to make sure that they feel heard. This type of framing for sales, though, will kill your fucking conversations on a consistent basis. All right. Instead, you need to be able to call them on their shit, just like we did with you, Corey, because you didn't listen to anything that we just fucking said in this entire program so far.
And
all right,
that's so funny that you use this as an example, because, like, guys, if I wanted to be your friend and be homie domies with you, then everything you said in the chat, I'd agree with. Yep, I agree with that. Agree with that. Good job. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your coach. I'm here to get you results. And that's how you guys
100%.
That's how you guys need to operate. And it doesn't start when the sales call starts. It starts literally in the DMs.
Yes.
It starts in the DMs. So everybody write this in the chat. The sales starts in the DMs. How do we close more high ticket clients? The sales starts in the DMs. Write this in the chat. The sales starts in the DMs. Yes. Here's what that looks like on a practical level. As a coach, if a prospect tells me I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time, I can't seem to lose weight, I'm going to hold up a mirror and I'm going to reflect their pain back to them, not make them feel better because of it. Ah, man, that does suck. How long have you been struggling to lose that weight for? I'm not going to be like, oh, that's okay. You're trying super hard. You're doing a good job. Like, you're so awesome. I believe in you. That is not the language that will get prospects to book calls with you to solve their problem. Instead, I'm going to hold up a mirror. That does suck. I feel you. How long have you been struggling to lose the weight? I'm going to dig deeper and ask expansive questions that makes the prospect aware of the pain that they're in and allows me to position myself as the expert in the DMs. Does that make sense? Now, here are some key factors to keep in mind when it comes to being their coach and not their friend.
And again, this is why I'm super happy we're on this. Number one is calling their BS when you fucking see it. Guys, this happens in the DMs first. All right. And leads all the way up to the sales call and then into you actually being their coach. If a prospect tells you that they eat McDonald's 3 times a week and they have no idea why they are not losing weight in the DMs, instantly call them on it. Oh, well, Brian, McDonald's is definitely the fucking reason, homie. We got to cut that shit out. Like, right away. I'm not being like, oh yeah, it's definitely hard, or that sounds like it's kind of a pain. Get straight to it and call them on their bullshit and then move into the next part of the script. Everybody repeat after me. Never pat them on the back for taking bad action. Never pat them on the back for taking bad action. Their bad actions are ruining their health goals. And you look like a fucking dork. And that's why they're not buying. You look like the soft person that wants to hold their hand instead of being the coach needed. Guys, as coaches, what do? We tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. You guys are fitness professionals, and a lot of you guys have abs for a reason. So why are you telling people who don't have abs that they can eat whatever the fuck they want and not get anywhere and get to their goals? Feel me?
I love it. Okay, next up. Number 2, be their coach, not their friend. Start off the call in an authority frame. By the way, if you guys are getting value, say hell yes in the chat. Number 2, start off the call in an authority frame. Most of you guys start your calls and you're trying to be best friends with your prospect. Oh, what's going on, man? Where are you from? Yeah, I'm from Calgary. That's dope. Yeah. Weather's nice over here. Yeah. How long have you been in Calgary for? Oh, awesome. Cool. Yeah. Oh, so you moved from Texas? Dope. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I've never been to Texas myself, but that's great. Yeah. Super cool. Stop it. Okay. So here's what we want to do. Bring. Kira, what's going on? It's Brian Mark from Pizza Domination. How are you? Amazing. Yeah. Oh, great. Yes. Cool. Mentioned you're from Texas, right? Oh, perfect. Yeah. Listen, I've got back-to-back calls booked all day, Kira. Are you cool if we just jump straight in? Perfect. So what we're going to do on today's call is we're going to deep dive into your number one struggle, your number one goal, and I'm going to help you come up with a game plan to achieve your goals. At the end of the call, if I feel like I can help, I'll invite you to work with me in my coaching program. And if I don't feel like I can help you, I will definitely point you in the right direction. Does that sound good? Like, first 30 seconds, bam. It's like most of you guys, and again, even if you're my client, you still do this. You get on the phone and you're all buddy with the prospect because you don't want to be salesy. You don't want to come across pushy. But when you're trying to be their friend on the call, they're not going to buy from you. People don't buy from friends. They buy from coaches.
I'm going to kill this mindset right fucking now. How many of you guys feel salesy? Don't lie. You need to be honest right now. How many of you guys feel salesy on calls, in the DMs, or on your social media? Say me in the chat box. All right. All of you guys write this down. While you're saying me, I need you to listen to what I'm about to say. A lot of you guys feel salesy because you're fucking lying. That's why. Because you are trying to act like something you are not. You cement yourself as this some sort of authority that has helped so many people. But then when somebody asks you about that program, you feel salesy because you are not this person. So why don't you just be a little bit more honest? Dude, I just love fitness. I've been in the industry for a couple of years and I just want to help other people see the same transformation as me. Maybe you're not Lane Norton, motherfucker. Like, Yeah, that's okay. Be who you are. A lot of you guys feel salesy because you're lying. You're trying to act and put on a front when you just need to be you. Number 3, when it comes down to being their coach, not their friends, what to say to friends who want to join your program. We wanted to talk about this because this is very important. This one is huge. When you are first getting started, you're going to get a bunch of friends and family reaching out to you, or you're going to be reaching out to them because you're looking at your power base. And it's very tempting to do what? Give them a discount or a free program, whatever else. Don't fucking do it. Instead, as soon as they start asking questions and it looks like they would like some coaching or some help with their goals because they see you as an authority, because you've cemented yourself as one, just be straight up. Yo, B, I got to ask you. I know it's weird, all right? But it's because you're my friend. Are you just looking for free advice, or are you actually looking to transform your life and get in the best shape ever? That is the question you guys need to ask. I got to ask you. I know it's weird. I know it's because you're my friend, but are you just looking for free advice, or are you looking to completely transform your life and get in the best shape ever? If they say they're looking to transform and get in the best shape ever, they have just accepted the frame that they are willing to be coached by you. And you can continue with the exact same sales process that you use with every other person. They want free advice, give them some free advice and send them on their way. And if they keep pushing, send them a link to ChatGPT and tell them to type in a certain prompt. There you go. Hold
I love it. Number 4, be willing to sit in uncomfortable pain on sales calls. Guys, friends give sympathy, coaches mirror pain points. Write that in the chat. Friends give sympathy, coaches mirror pain points. So what you want to do is you want to get at least 3 layers deep when it comes to their pain points. If a prospect tells you, I want to lose weight, I want you to get 3 layers deep. All right, Nick. So how much weight exactly are you looking to lose? 20 pounds? Okay, fair enough. And why is it important that you lose the weight right now and not later? Fair enough. And listen, I hate to play devil's advocate, but what happens if you don't make a change now and it gets worse and in 6 months from now, you're 10 pounds heavier? Guys, this concept of asking expansive questions and reflecting back on the pain points that your prospect has is going to make them aware of why they need to take action right now and the consequences of what happens if they don't. This will create a sense of urgency on the call, which will make the prospect want to buy today.
Dude, I love that line, bro. Fred gives sympathy, coaches mirror pain points. That was a fucking banger. You guys better write that down because I'm definitely going to. Number 5, all right, not accepting the first, the second, or even third objection. Listen, you need to expect that your prospects are going to have objections, i.e. excuses on the sales call. Or why? Or what? They'd already be in shape. They'd already be at their goals. All right. It's expected because if they didn't have objections, they'd already be where they wanted to be. They would have already achieved everything they've ever wanted. They came to the call thinking, I don't have time. I don't have the money. All right. I need to check my budget. I need to talk to my wife or husband. I don't know if this is for me. So it is our job to never accept the prospect's limitations and understand that they booked a call with you for a fucking reason. It's your job to coach them through their objections. Say that. It is my job to coach them through objections. It's my job to coach them through objections. It's your job to challenge their objections. It's your job to help them change their life on that call. Because listen, if you don't change their life on that call, if you do not convince them to take action on themselves, they are going to end up staying overweight for the next 5 years. And that's your fault. They might end up developing something negative with their health, and they might leave their family sooner on this planet because you didn't fucking do your goddamn job. You could have something to do with it. So do everything in your power to push that extra 10% every single time you get on the call. Next thing I want you to write down in the chat is push the call an extra 10% every time. What's the worst that's going to happen? Harley tells me to fuck myself. And I say, okay, sounds good. And then I speak to the other 8 billion people on this planet that actually want to work on their goals. That's it. How do you do this? You practice role plays with other personal trainers. How do you do this? You sharpen the sword when it comes down to objections, meaning if I role play with Harley, Harley's not fucking selling me. I'm going to make him sweat on that call, guys. I'm not going to be his friend while we're role playing. I'm going to be ruthless. A lot of you guys do role plays and you're too good of friends to your friends in PT Dom. Be mean. Don't let them sell you. That's the point of it. All right. You must see the sales calls as a skill because it is. And if you don't improve every day, you're not going to be able to sell people, guys. Makes sense? If it does, say makes sense.
Boom. We're almost done, guys. Stick with us. Number 6, be willing to challenge your beliefs and ideologies about fitness so they can transform their life. Guys, this one's my favorite. If I have a friend, I'm not going to challenge my friend's worldview because I don't want to break rapport with that person. But as a coach, you must challenge their worldview and you must say what's on your mind, because if you don't give the prospect the right information on the call, you can't blame them because they didn't take any action. Your prospects are doing the best they can with the information that they have. The thing is, if I directly challenge their worldview without asking permission, I'm going to raise my prospect's defenses. So I want you guys to save this magic question the next time your prospect is telling you some bullshit and you need to tell them the truth. So let's say your prospect is like, I eat up 5 times a week. I trim my ass off and I have no idea why I'm not losing weight. It must be my genetics. Here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, hey, Kyle, would you mind if I coach you for a minute? Now, as soon as they say yes, they've accepted the frame that you are the coach and they are the client. And now you can deliver whatever feedback that you need to give them. Now you just give them the truth. Now, like, listen, bro, the reason you're not losing weight is there's no such thing as bad genetics. It's just bad habits. You just have bad eating habits. And as soon as we correct those, you're going to lose the weight. Does that make sense? Perfect.
Thumbs up if you're following along. You're still with us. Good. There we go. Number 7, always saying what's right, not what they want to hear. This is especially true at the end of the call. All right. Once you drop the price and the prospect is mulling over it, if they have an objection, they are going to use every excuse in the book not to move forward today. It is your responsibility to remind them of their pain points, to remind them of their goals, to say what's right, not what they want to hear. So many coaches get massively uncomfortable when it comes down to the end of the call and the prospect gives them an objection and they just say, oh, okay. And they peace out and they let the person get off the phone because you guys are not comfortable enough calling them out. Instead, you need to be willing to tell them the truth. When they tell you they don't have the money for the program, but they also eat out 5 times a week, call them the fuck out. Write this in the chat. Call people on their shit. When they tell you they don't have the money for the program, all right, or they want to wait until next month, but they've been waiting for 3 years, call them out, all right? Hold up the mirror, guys. When they tell you they don't have time to work out and meal prep, but they are 50 pounds overweight because they don't make the time already, what do? I made you guys already write it down. Call them the fuck out, all right? Unless you are willing to tell them the truth, the prospect will never change their life, and you are to blame. If you aren't willing to tell them the truth, they're never going to see success. At the end of the day, whether or not the prospect takes action on that call with you or not, all right, you want to know that you did everything in your power to get them through that objection, over that lump, through that roadblock so they can achieve their goals. You need to make them aware of the importance of taking action on their health and fitness goals now, not later. Makes sense, everybody?
Boom.
Good.
Guys, that brings us to the end of the masterclass. 90 minutes, pure value as promised. Who here got value? Drop a fuck yes in the chat if you guys got value. Now, before we leave, before we peace out, before you guys have the best day of your guys' entire life, I do want to share something with you guys really quick because I would absolutely love to see a lot of you guys here. Janelle, can you drop that link in the chat box for me, please? Drop that link in the chat box. That'd be fantastic. Drop that link in the chat box so I can see it. Guys, I want to show you guys, okay? I would love to have you guys here. So I'm just going to do a quick little screen share. I'm going to talk a little bit about the event. This is coming to Houston, Texas. All right. So this is Cole and myself. We just filmed this promo video.
What, bro? Go pack your bags. We're going to Alpha Land.
On September 20th to the 22nd, for the first time ever, PT Domination is coming to the USA.
Last event, we had 250 trainers in person, and this event, we're expecting over 500 in the room.
You're going to get 2 full days of business coaching to help you sign more clients, make more money, and go viral on social media.
Not to mention, we're going to feed you the entire weekend and give you a community dinner so you can stay juicy.
Plus, if you opt for the VIP option, you'll have a chance to have dinner with coaches and speakers.
Our goal is to take over Alpha Land, the best gym in the USA, and show everybody what PT Domination is all about.
And to put the cherry on top, we're bringing world champion powerlifter Layne Norton to drop bombs and deliver a speech that will change your life forever.
This will be the biggest and best event we've ever hosted. Tickets are now live. Click the link below and claim your spot.
Guys, you guys got to get a fucking ticket. I'm telling you. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your fucking life. So if you haven't gotten a ticket yet, I'm going to encourage you to do so because I absolutely promise you guys, it is going to be mind-blowing. It's $14.97 for a ticket. We also have split payment options for the ticket as well. There also is a $9.97 option if you're like really budget conscious.
And that one is a split payment as well.
That one has a split payment as well. I can absolutely promise you guys that coming to this event will change your business and your life forever. We just delivered 90 minutes of straight value to you guys on this masterclass virtually over Zoom. So just imagine what conversations with us in person are going to be like, not to mention our community. Like our community is fucking crazy, you guys. It's like, there's nothing that I've ever seen that's like it before, ever. And obviously I'm biased because it's my fucking community, but I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like PT Domination. We've created something really special and we would love to have you guys there. So if you already got a ticket, say I got a ticket in the comments. Last event I came to, I made the money back in the first week home. Boom.
Bro, there we go, dude.
I like that. Cool. That's it, bro.
That was literally one of my fucking favorite classes in a while because we literally nailed it perfectly in 90 minutes instead of fucking going 6 hours over like we usually do because we like to over deliver. But I always say this, and I just want to say it one more time. All right. Because I'm very curious. A couple of you guys already said this in the chat, but we always say, like, me and Brian are biased based off of our community and PT domination, that I always like to just paint the picture in your guys' minds. Pause for a minute. All right. How many of you guys have friends right now outside of PT Dom that understand how big your goals are and support you wholeheartedly, actually wanting you to fucking win? Or are all your friends just living regular mediocre lives? And I'm not calling them out. We're not shitting on them. I want you guys to think about this for a minute. Look at how many of you guys are saying like one, a couple, none, zero. Now, how would it feel to be in a room with 100, 200, 300 fucking people who actually understand you? Alex, Jody, Ari, Eric, Gabriel. You guys understand the shift that can make in your fucking life? Where you're like, holy shit, when I talk about the stresses of sitting at my computer, not knowing if I'm going to be able to pay bills and not knowing if I'm going to hit my goals, this person actually understands me. And then they're like, I'm not satisfied to make it $12,000 a month. This person actually understands me. This is the power of being in a room with people who actually get it. All right. Tahir, you said I've never thought about it that way. This is how you guys need to think about it. All right. Brian and myself built this community that you guys are fucking in right now listening to because we did not have that. We didn't have people who understood us. We didn't have people who didn't understand why we didn't like the regular lives we were living. And then we didn't have people who didn't understand why we weren't satisfied with 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K, because we were looking for something bigger. This room right now that you guys are in understands it. And the event is where you guys get to embody and build the relationships that will completely transform your lives forever, I promise you. All right. Chris literally said, hashtag no shame. I cried last time I had to leave.
Powerful as fuck. So for those of you guys that did just get a ticket, I appreciate you guys. I will see you in Houston, Texas. If you haven't gotten a ticket yet, I'm telling you guys, go to ptdevent.com or tap the link in the chat box. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Hope you guys have the best day ever. One more thing. If you got value from this and you're not in the CLA and you're interested in working with me and Cole, send me a DM that says masterclass on Instagram right after this. And I have a special offer for you. Peace, love, protein. Have the best day ever. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.